Um, how many years have? It's funny. I was thinking about this before we started this interview,
Hmm.
and have you set a record in the most consecutive nominations? Because I'm trying to figure out how many consecutive nominations have you had
This is my seventh, and but I think Esco Levi, who has won 5 times, is this is his 11th nomination.
consecutive?
I believe so.
See, that's what we got to check. I'm not talking about like,
Oh,
missing one. I
oh,
mean consecutively.
right, right, right. I see, I see, I see, I see.
And you've got seven consecutive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to check and see if this is a record because that's an incredible accomplishment.
Oh, thank you.
And so, congratulations with that. But more importantly, congratulations once again for another Juno nomination. And I have to apologize to you first because we were on the red carpet and we did an interview. And I guess with all the chaos, what I ended up doing was my recorder was on. I stopped it, did the interview, and then started it again because I only have the beginning and the end, which is.
Oh no.
But I'm glad we get a chance to talk and we get a chance to talk more and things like that. So the old question that we have done for so many years is, how does it feel being nominated once again?
I know. And it still feels, honestly, no matter how many times now that I've been nominated, it still feels brand new. It still feels exciting, I'm just grateful. Honestly, it's a feeling of gratitude and appreciation for the acknowledgement and the recognition.
Well,
Never.
let's remind people, what are you nominated for, and for what release are you nominated for? What?
So I'm nominated for best reggae recording in the reggae category, and it's for my single "Stir This Thing" with Turbulence.
Why is this category always so stacked? Why is it one of the most difficult categories to compete in? For somebody who's been in it for so many times, I want you to explain because I don't know if people realize it is one of the toughest ones to not just be in, but whoever is making the choices, it's tough to pick because there are so many great
Hmm.
artists who end up on this list.
I feel like because reggae is we're so multicultural here in Toronto, especially, and there's a huge reggae scene, even though it's underground. There's a lot of Jamaicans here and island people who do reggae music, and there's a lot of talent as well. And so I understand, but I mean, I'm just grateful to be in the category and grateful to be able to express myself doing the music that I love and representing from my island, Jamaica, among so many talented people. I'm just honored to be in this category and amongst such talented people, especially this year. There's a lot more female than male in the category this year. So that's a huge thing too as well.
Well, let's talk about the single. What's the single about, and how did it represent you and your career when it was first released?
This single is one of my first. I mean, I did a feature before. I was reminded last night too when I was doing another interview with Esco Levi
Yeah.
years back on shooting, and that was on the Light album that came out in 2017. This is my first feature with a major um, international reggae artist. So that in itself is an accomplishment. I love Turbulence. He's doing his thing, especially now. I feel like this is his time to. He's just even blowing up even bigger. But the song is about when a relationship or situation is feeling stagnant and dormant for a while, and stir it up is a nudge to stir things up, mix things up, and get things back into the flow so that you can feel that harmony again and fulfillment. Because a lot of times, especially since 2020, a lot of relationships they're just falling apart, and it's just you know, a nudge to. You don't have to. Maybe if it feels right, it's to just plug some more energy into it, you know, and see if things can really get back on track and get back into the flow and be more of a fulfilling relationship. and it's also a subtle ode to Bob Marley, who was one of my biggest influences in music. It's a subtle ode to Stir It Up.
Did you see the movie? Just curious.
I sure did.
What'd you
I mean,
think?
I loved it. I did. I hear a lot of people telling me that about different, the different views on it. But when I watch it for myself, I loved it. And I love what he did. Like the actor, he's not even Jamaican.
No. Yeah,
But he was
exactly.
able to really sell that. Like, I mean, the patois talking, the nuances, everything. I think he did a brilliant job. I loved it. I loved it.
What is brilliant to me is you and I met around 2013, 2014 on my show on Rogers on the mic with Rudy Blair. You had these big glasses, sunglasses, and you had the blonde braids.
Oh yeah.
Um, how do you think you have evolved from the first time we met and did that interview to now? I know for me, seeing you and knowing you, one of the big things has been there's a spiritual response that has happened with you over the years, which has changed your demeanor, has changed, not that there was anything wrong with your demeanor before, but changed your demeanor, the way you present yourself, like so many different things. It's almost like when they talk about a caterpillar and a butterfly. And that's what I feel like I've seen of you from the first time I met you to the moment we're talking right now.
You're right. That's a great analogy, the butterfly, because I feel like I'm in my butterfly era right now. I went through a spiritual awakening in 2012, and that is what shifted everything for me. I lost
Hmm.
my voice that year. A lot of people might know the story now, but I did.
I forgot about that. Talk about that.
Mm, I lost my voice that year in 2012, and I was put on voice rest for a whole year. I couldn't speak. I couldn't sing. So I thought my career was over. That's what I thought. But my voice was being recalibrated. I could only write. And that's when I wrote the album The Light, because I discovered for myself an intimate relationship with Divine Creator within myself. I mean, I was raised in the church back home. So I've had that religious, if you will, background. But for me now, I'm more spiritual. It has nothing to do with a religion, but just my connectivity with Source, with Divine Creator, with the light within me that shifted everything. I recognized and realized why I'm here, why I'm given the gift of music, and what I needed to do to be able to be a clean vessel and a channel for that music to come through, to be able to be an activator, a healer through music, and inspiration for other people to go out there and do what they love to do, whatever that is. I mean, my voice came back after that year better than ever. The Light came out in 2017, and then Water came out. I wrote Water over the quarantine when we were in that lockdown again, another spiritual um, awakening for me. Um, and Water signified my rebirth since discovering the light. Now, this new album, which started this thing, which is nominated for the Juno, is the first single from the album, the new album called The Shift. The Shift signifies this new me since my rebirth, since that awakening, and I've been going through periodically different stages of my spiritual awakening that shifted everything for me, the way I see myself, the way I see the world, and my place in this world and my purpose in it.
We're hearing all of this musically. I think I asked you about this before in a past interview, but I'm going to ask again. Are we going to see this visually? Because it sounds like the next step is either two things. One, you are going to write a book in some way, shape, or form, or two, we're going to see this visually on some type of screen where you're going to represent those feelings, like I said, on screen. Will that be happening?
I would love that for sure. The book, I have three books in the works. One is the first one we want to release is the book of affirmations, because during that spiritual awakening and spiritual um, evolution of mine, I've discovered the tool of affirmations from one of my spiritual mentors, and I know now that my words, what I speak, becomes flesh. What how I think is it becomes what I'm manifesting, manifesting. How my thoughts, my words, my actions becomes my reality. So I'm so, I mind everything. I mind my thoughts, I mind my words, I mind my actions. I make sure that everything is in alignment with what I want to see in my reality and what I want to create. And the tool of affirmations allows me to do that. I speak into reality what it is that I want to manifest every day, especially in that time. I would get up every morning and affirm, say the affirmations that I want to manifest, and a lot of them. And I know I've stopped using manifest so much. I'm now using the word align, align-ifest, coming into alignment with everything that is for me on my path. And a lot of the things that I was affirming are coming true now. And so that would be the first book that I'm releasing. It's just a tool to encourage or assist others who are going through whatever it is that they're going through in, or feeling that their life isn't where they want it to be. Because it's worked for me, I want to share that tool with my audience. And then the next book is a book of dreams. Since waking up, the dreams, my dreams are so vivid and so, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. They're like, I wake up from my dreams and I'm like, how on earth was that not reality? Because
Mhm.
they're so real. And I've discovered that a lot of these dreams that I'm having are giving me guidance. So I understand that a lot of dreams, if you're paying attention, is giving you the answers to a lot of the questions that you have. If you are able to, you know, look into it with a clear mind and be open to what guidance you're getting through these dreams. And the third book will be my story, just like you're saying.
Amazing.
From back
Amazing. And remember, and I didn't know anything about it. I just figured that was that's where you're gonna go with this. But of course you are heading to Halifax and once again for the Junos.
yeah.
So one of the most important questions asking you is how many suitcases do you bring? Because every moment I see you around the Junos, you have like 10 different outfits. I swear you go outfit in the morning, outfit in the afternoon, outfit in the evening, outfit later on at
You
night,
know,
and then
come
you start
on.
again.
You gotta switch it up, Rudy. You got to switch it up. And I love fashion, man. It's not only is it important for me to be sonically pleasing, but visually pleasing as an artist as well. And I'm excited
Mhm.
for this year because I'm working with Hendrix Rowe on all my looks. And so we are coming with a fire. And I actually collaborated with the designs and with her this time around. So it's something that an idea that I brought to her, ideas that I brought to her, and we are collaborating together. So I'm excited about this. Mhm.
What advice can you give? Because you've been through this 7 times. What advice can you give first time Juno nominees who are like spinning right now and going, what do I do? I got to get a hotel room. I got to do this. Wait, these people want to talk to me. A year ago, they didn't want to even look at me. Now they're talking to me. Like, what's going on here? What advice can you give them so that they could focus, but at the same time have a great experience?
I would say, soak it all in, take it all in. Be in a place that of awareness where you're not just, your head is not just spinning, but you want to be able to take it all in and be able to soak it all up so that when it's all over and done, everything that you were meant to do in that moment you're doing. So you're listening to your inner voice, you're following the guidance of what you need to do in that moment. Be in the moment, be in there, be present. That would be the advice that I would give. When you're in the present moment, everything that you're meant to be doing, you're following, you're going along with the guidance and the flow of things. Just stay in the moment, soak it all up.
And then as we wrap this up, what's going on with 2024 for you after the Junos? Because I know before the Junos, I don't know how you did it, but you were busy because I saw lots of posts of you performing at this festival, this show, this show, this show, this show. I think you even did a vacation in between there too. You were doing a lot. Is that going to continue after the Junos?
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I shout out to my both my agents. I have You Will Love It Live, Jenny the Merchant, that represents me all over Canada and US, and as well Passa Music, Julian and Patrice from, they represent me in all of Quebec, and we just did Folk Alliance in Kansas City, performing for all the festival buyers and agents and all of that. So we're we're gonna be taking all over the goddamn place, man. This is what we're taking the music all over the world, all over the world. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited about
Fant-
all, and they can keep up to date with where I'm going to be on my website www.ammoye.com, and I'm more active on Instagram, so because I post everything on my Instagram,
yes,
Ammoye's music, and but yeah, we have a lot of shows coming up, and as well
fantastic.
recording a new album, getting ready for that as well.
In the meantime, we got to head to Halifax. So I will see you there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fingers are crossed for you.
Thank
And either way, you know that you're always a winner in my heart. So
Oh, I
congrats.
love you. Thank you so much. You and mine too. I love you so much. Thank you so much.